question from the audience.
First, I just want to say to all of you that I pissed off over the years, I just want to say I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Could have fooled me. All right, a question from the audience. Anything at all. Any question? Yes, yes.
The world's gonna end.
One more time.
When is the world going to end?
You didn't do the good question thing. You didn't do
Right. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention these questions have to be good questions. There's only 4 of them, we're only taking good questions. Can we have a better question than when is the world going to end? A better question than that. Anybody? Yes, you said.
If you had to choose, how would you like to die?
I'm just gonna, no. It's happening on stage right now, so the point is moot. Anybody else? A good question. Yes? What is a good question to ask? Excellent question. I would suggest probably, ask about the 8-hour truck ride in which Chicken and I discussed whether or not there would be a book of the Un and what the hell that was about. That's probably a pretty decent question.
We need good questions. Who's got a good question? Come on.
What's the purpose of art?
That's a good question.
What is the purpose of art?
What is the purpose of art?
What is the purpose of art?
Art, by definition, on page 21 of the book that you're all going to buy, is defined as such, is anything that is pointless and intentional. Thank you.
Yeah! Now you see how the system works.
One question.
That's one question down, 3 more to go. Yeah.
The old guy there in the back.
Yo, Ma! With all of your potential, why are you still wasting your time with Burning Man? Why don't you do something new?
With all of your potential, why are you still wasting your time with Burning Man?
Really? We're going to answer this question?
Right? I think that's the next book, gotta be honest with you.
I'm a big fan of Burning Man. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I go to Burning Man, I swell with civic pride. I don't know about you. Well, you. That would be kind of a weird thing with you, Johnny. But thank you for presenting us with this uncomfortable space where we can stare at each other.
For those who don't know, Burning Man is actually an extremely incestuous community, and it tends to come up at moments like this. This is sort of the equivalent of a really uncomfortable Thanksgiving, or maybe the bar mitzvah from hell. I don't know.
You know what's really uncomfortable? Having this camera in your face. It's really uncomfortable. Okay, we have 2 and 2. We need 2 more questions.
2 more questions. 2 more good questions.
Question.
Good questions.
Stephen Jones from the San Francisco Bay Guardian, do your fucking job already, will you? Good question. Good question. Burning Man is in my book. It's on page 42.
All right. Actually, perhaps I should mention, if you read the Book of the Is, which I trust you will all do after buying it, you will notice that there is no mention of Burning Man anywhere in these pages.
That's not true.
That's not true?
No,
what did you do, you bastard?
On page 42, as I said, it's on. This is a newsletter from the Los Angeles Cacophony Society.
Okay, right.
On the back page of the newsletter, there's a small mention of Larry's event right there.
Okay. Aside from the photos reprint of the Cacophony Society newsletter, there is actually no mention of Burning Man in the Book of the Is. This is not entirely accidental. This was, as I said earlier, an editorial decision. So Burning Man questions will have to be postponed until the Book of the Un, where we get that out of our system or something. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing there. But Burning Man questions are not for the Book of the Is. The Book of the Is about life, philosophy, living as art, and failing to win. Do we have any questions about anything like that? One more.
Come on, one more question.
One more question.
No, you blew it with your last question. You can have a nice tall glass and shut the fuck up. Okay, I have a question. Back there, is that a question? That was someone scratching their arm. Wow, it's a tough crowd, It's great to be here in Newark.
I heard a question over there that I like.
Wait, we got a blonde something. We got a person here. A small mouse of a person. Pushing her way to the front. There you go. What's your biggest
failure, Chicken John.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's quite a thing to be asked right here on stage.
Wow, that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
My biggest failure.
You got it. You win Q&A.
Wow.
Yes.
I have to say, and I mean this, I mean not just because we're here at the book thing and all that stuff. I gotta say the biggest failure and like a heartbreaking, heart-wrenching thing was either the first or the second time I tried to write this book. And that's the truth. Like the first time I sat down to write the book and failed was just devastating. That I couldn't do it. And then I tried again a couple years later and I didn't do it. And then this time I did it. But it was horrible.
The way this worked is, at the end of his mayoral campaign, anybody remember that? That was a pretty big failure. Yeah?
That was fun.
I asked Chicken, so what are you going to do next? And he said, well, actually, I'm going to write a book, and it's going to be a fundraiser for my warehouse, and it's going to be really amazing. It'll tell my story and my philosophy, more philosophy of the story. I said, well, great, I'm really looking forward to that. Almost a year later, I get the email from Chicken saying, it turns out I can't write a book. Help. So that was a year-long failure.
But that was the second time I tried to write the book. The first time I tried to write the book was like a year and a half earlier than that.
I didn't know that.
Yes. The truth.
Okay.
It's a long lifetime.
An extended failure. But it ended up with this book you hold in your very hands now, which tells you what? You can fail to win. Cheer! Cheer! Fail to win! Fail to win! Fail to win! Fail to win! Fail to... All right, we're done now.
Okay,
that's Q&A. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Hey, you guys. Thanks a lot for coming. I really appreciate it. You guys are great.